You can't shoot, you can't play for DePaul. If you don't defend, you are not playing for Miami.
Jory Allen with the mid-range jumper and gets the first 2 points of the ball.
When we talked off camera, I was wondering if Miami could make DePaul play in the mid-range area so that they wouldn't trade threes for twos.
And total for DePaul for transfers along with 4 freshmen as well. Pops in and out for Mackerling. And stolen away by Jasmyne Roberts. Roberts here on the break kicks it over. The three is drained by Jaida Patrick for the Canes.
You know, it's interesting. I asked Coach Meyer, what was it that intrigued you about Jaida Patrick? She said she scored 27 points against us last year. So,
and trying to find a way to gel in a new space, in a new place here. With the great head coach and Katie Meyer, the offensive board and the putback for Oldacre.
Being able to stay in front of the Miami players, and this is the 3rd time that DePaul has run transition, and I talked with the assistants yesterday, and I asked them, what are you worried about?
That one short from Gilbert. Roberts will crossover, pulls up, yes, from 3-point range.
And they struggle when they don't hit shots because they can't open the floor for backdoor cuts.
Patrick already with 5 points. Maskowitz thought about it, passed up the 3, gets in a little bit closer, the extra pass to Peoples, and Peoples had that one contested. On the right side, here's Day-Wilson, bounce pass, back over, good ball movement, open look, and drained by Lemyah Hylton. Hylton.
You see the ball movement here for Miami, just patience, spacing, wide open jumper there, and they can get
a number of players having to fill different shoes, greater roles with the departure of, as you mentioned, Helen, 7 different players from last year's Elite 8 team, and that one is drained by Cedor. Coming up with it, and here's Dwyer trying to take it baseline, and good contest there from Clark.
Kids want to come back home to Chicago, and he's the first one that they call.
Very attractive when you think about Caitlin Gilbert.
Maybe didn't have big roles at the schools where they were, but they carved out big minutes and big roles here with DePaul. Great defensive sequence there, again, by my.
Well, DePaul shot 3 of 18 from the floor in that opening quarter, but starting off strong here in the second quarter. Strong defensive stand at the last second, and Peoples can't get it to fall. Shaeyeann Day-Wilson thought about it. Over to Roberts. Baseline reverse, yes, ma'am.
Doing a really good job of a little bit English there.
Gotten her time to shine, off the mark there. Can't finish off that 3-point play. Quickly back the other way. DePaul, they maintain possession, offensive rebound. And the floater in the lane, 3rd chance, still won't go. And Peoples trying to get in right position, right time.
Rebounds, getting several opportunities at the basket. You see Peoples there taking the contact.
Point scoring mark in her last game. Roberts this time trying to show off just the range of game. She took it to the hoop the last time, this time.
And I just said that they get these transition baskets, and then they get one there. And you've got to get back on defense. They worked on it in practice, and they talked about it, but it's obviously easier said than done. Somehow, and the same thing in terms of their aggression to the basket. You see here, they go hard off the bounce to the basket, downhill.
And these Peoples, nice pass, the extra one made to Edwards, who puts it in. There's Hylton, and Hylton from downtown.
It's a little more fluidity. They're leading the league in 3-point shooting, and not something that, if you look at the eye test, you think, but when you look at the numbers, they're a really good 3-point shooting team.
And a really good defensive team. Lattimore altered that last shot, had an opportunity to get that rebound off the extra. And right there, Lemyah Hylton.
Good shot going. If you get Hylton and all the other Miami players starting to hit threes, you've got to call a timeout. Got to talk about changing.
You think about just the success that Miami basketball has had coming off an unbelievable year, and a great move there by Jasmyne Roberts. Basketball, and also found her way into some of Doug Bruno's camps as well. Very familiar with these two as Peoples gets it going. And Patrick versus Peoples. Peoples trying to get a little bit closer in. Gilbert from the free throw line, got it.
Good screen there by Allen.
There's Peoples kicking it out. Ackerlane knocks it down.
DePaul staying in front of the Miami players. Now talk about Miami having to stay in front of the DePaul players.
Cutting the lead to 6 and then stretching it back out off the make from.
There's the advantage you have for Miami against the zone for DePaul, if you're patient.
The take and the aggressiveness from Caitlin Gilbert. And inside once more, posting up. And thinking about it. The Euro step, slide, step, and it was true for Lachey Dwyer.
So the ball is sticking for Miami, and obviously that worked with Patrick, but you've got to move the ball around.
You see they make every defense work, having to be very active. The show and go, and Allen flips it up and in.
Yeah, she's much more aggressive here in the second half. You see Oldacre here coming out, and then Allen there just doing a good job of great footwork.
For the Canes. A number of options to go to, but not able to knock down that shot on that possession.
And now you're seeing DePaul get transition points off of that zone defense. And well, if you're DePaul, you are rebounding the basketball and you are in transition all the way. Gilbert giving DePaul more offensive opportunities. Way to go. And not that DePaul wasn't confident against this team, but I think you've just held that confidence here with your lack of defense. That should not happen there.
Williams back the other way, and perhaps in transition, Miami can make something happen. Spearman in great position, but better defense.
Against the zone, especially the zone that DePaul's playing. That's a nice cut there. Again, in front of your face. See how hard she's playing.
Single digits. And you got to get into something. Williams kicks it out. Open look opportunity. And Patrick can't. Gilbert going baseline. Challenged by Spearman. She was fouled. Could get it within one.
That whole sequence, Spearman didn't have anybody on defense. She didn't know that.
Familiar with each other from their childhood, as that one was a tough shot, rolling over essentially Jory Allen in with the basket.
Coach Meyer not happy all over the official. Thought she should have got a foul there.
Peoples can finish. The movement. Gilbert flips up. Tough shot. Back the other way. Good work. Can Miami net points here? Day-Wilson. Step back. Jump. Looking for that last shot. Day-Wilson. Can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound. Another opportunity. Yes! Kiss it.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. The bank is open after 5 o'clock. Without having to go against the matchup zone or 1-3-1 for DePaul.
Inside, great look from Oldacre to Roberts. And just the way that she's been able to do something a little different. Say, I'm gonna pass it up to your partner. I got you.
Yeah, we see here 2 times in a row.
Peoples finds Clark, and Kate Clark knocks down the triple. So yeah. They push it inside again to Roberts once more. A couple of paint points for Miss Jasmyne Roberts. Partner, I got you.
Yeah, we see here 2 times in a row.
Spectacular sophomore second half of the season. Jasmyne Roberts defensively. Canes have in store off the glass. It's made by Katie Meyer's crew. being able to effectively work the ball through that 1-3-1 of DePaul. Offensive rebound, and again, Oldacre saying, I got your back. 2 boards and 8 points.
How many times are you going to let people drive to the basket?
And an open look, wide open for Hylton. She was hot in that first half. Peoples with an open look, goes after her own shot, gets the rebound. Sidor, top of the key, 3.
And you see DePaul going back to that spread offense there. Give them room to drive the basket.
And tough take there for Peoples.
Out of bounds, but then they go back to the matchup zone. And Oldacre is able to get behind the back line there, the defense.
To help keep the lead at bay for Miami. Keeping her dribble, and Jory Allen, the double pump boy. Jory Allen, who started out this game strong for
going after rebounds. And that's where they allowed DePaul to get back in the game. And then just simple communication miscues like that allowing them to score. This year it was very evident that it was a struggle for some people to get behind those top 4 and leave an undefeated Power 5 team out of the playoffs.
Good hustle there from Roberts. The step, the bucket, yes, for Day-Wilson.
And then flying to the basket here, just a little stop and whoop, and then to the basket, taking the contact and the score.
Gilbert attacking, won't go. Jory Allen, board, yes. Day-Wilson splitting through. Wide open look from the top. Roberts can't get it to fall. Gilbert coming up with it.
Good possession there, just didn't finish the shot. Got to get out on them in transition.
Got it, bucket. Michelle Sidor.
Don't do that, and you don't talk. You leave a shooter out there, and bang, 3 points. They have the lead, 63-62.
Has the basketball.
DePaul able to do a really good job of helping in this zone defense.
And Lemyah Hylton sees that one roll around throughout the season. And missing both of them was Oldacre, but coming in to snatch the rebound down with Jaida Patrick. Day-Wilson passes it up, kicks it back out. Hylton over to Patrick. Yes! Patrick coming out with back-to-back big plays.
For Miami, just getting on the glass here before, and then you see here hitting the 3-point shot.
And Allen tracks down the second missed free throw. Back the other way, triple, down, Michelle Sidor.
For their really good 3-point shooters, you want to get out on the shooter right away.
And they're going to be able to do so at home. Moving to 8-0 to start this campaign.